Welcome to another Unwinding with Fiber and Fabric and Countdown to Christmas 2021. Today I'm going to talk about bookmarks. Now, I know that in the world that we live in today, a lot of our reading material has gone into an electronic form, and a bookmark doesn't do a ton of good in an electronic device. But we still have many uses for the old-fashioned bookmark. One of the things that I see a lot of people doing today is journaling. Some are journaling in the old-fashioned sense of pour out your experiences, write about your day, pour out your sorrows and your joys in a diary format. I have been keeping something like that since I was in my preteens. That was something that my mom actually had always done, is kept a journal. So it was something that I had been exposed to and something I took up. But today, in addition to the more traditional journal, we also have these daily organizer journals that people use. And oh, they can be wonderful. I love the different formats you can now get. They can be things to organize the future you, or they can be a way to record your present you. I have one that I'm using as a combination of both. They are helping me do these videos. I am planning out what I want to do, but I'm also recording what I have done. So it becomes a record as much as a planner for right now, especially this holiday season and doing Vlogmas and Countdown to Christmas. So when you have books, the other thing I know that I still have quite a bit of, while I do have a lot of things going into electronic form, certain cookbooks will always remain in a handheld form of paper and hardboard, because as much as I do use electronics all the time, there are times that it just, the memories flood back as I open a cookbook up to one of my favorite recipes, and I go in and I make that. So cookbooks can benefit from a bookmark as well. So there's a number of reasons we can still use bookmarks, and that why they can still be given as gifts that can be cherished. They can be very simple, and they can be more complex. They can be made out of a number of different materials. But one of the things, I was talking to my daughter, who is who's currently working at one of the local libraries, and one of the things we joke about is, you know, there's a number of bookmarks being made or patterns being sold that she and I look at it and we're like, those aren't going to go into a book. If you put those in a book, they're too thick. And we love machine embroidered lace. We love some of the designs that are out there. But we both recognize that even something like machine embroidered lace can be too thick for certain books. So I started thinking on the subject of how to make a bookmark that's not going to damage the spine of a book. So let me start, first of all, by showing a bookmark that I did years ago, that I gave away as gifts to some children that I knew, but I also put them in gift baskets. And it is a laminated bookmark. Let me get the Claire. A laminated bookmark that is just the story of Christmas. Printed on cardstock, sent through a laminator. Very simple. The story of Christmas. I added a big pom-pom, and this is never going to damage the book that is put in, because it's very thin and it's very flat, and it's a wonderful bookmark for Christmas. So that's something that I did years ago, and something as simple as this really can make a fabulous addition to a gift basket that you're giving at the Christmas time. And it could be for, I mean, it can replicate it with any theme, any topic, any type your favorite poem for any season. Very simple. And if you don't have a laminating machine, there is laminating sheets you can buy that we used to use contact paper, the shelf lining type contact paper, and we would laminate them with those. But now you can actually buy laminating sheets that are self-adhesive laminating sheets that are wonderful for these kind of things. We use them specifically to make our own stickers. My daughter and I both love making stickers, like using stickers. So you can purchase laminating sheets now that are designed specifically for this purpose. You can get a laminating machine. You can always revert back to the old techniques of contact paper, or in a pinch, packing paper or packaging tape, the clear packaging tape. I've done that at times. So simple concept. But I put my mind to the task of how do you make bookmarks for books today using machine embroidery, using felt and fabric, and how do you do it so you don't damage the book? And I came up with a really simple solution. In this case, it's a machine embroidery design. It is a piece of ribbon, and it is a wooden bead. And I'll have a picture with the showing the books with them. But in short, the bead hangs down the bottom. This folds over the top of the book. And the ribbon is what marks the place inside. No damage to the book. Very simple. I did this with machine embroidery, but this could be done with any of the felt crafts that are so popular today and have been so popular for decades. Very simple. So on that same measure, this one is a two-ended. Now, something I discovered when making these. When you're doing a two-ended with a ribbon, you actually want your design to be, there's the print, and there's back. You want it reversed, because when it hangs, say this side's hanging out of the book, in order for it to hang so you see both sides, you need to have a twist in your ribbon. I did not do that in this case, so instead I just put a knot in order to create the twist in the ribbon. So, another very sweet bookmark. This one would work in some of my larger books and would definitely work in my cookbook to mark my pie crust recipe. Alright, so another two-sided one with printed ribbon. This one, again, it's been flipped. You can see the writing on the ribbons so that you can see that they are reversed, so that when it hangs into the book, there you have it. Now, going along the notion of having the bead, again, I just have a simple machine embroidery, and in this case, the end of the ribbon, which is actually two pieces of ribbon, because in this case, I did a little a little grommet there at the top. The bead in this case is a little gem, little charm that says, let me see if I can get it. It is not wanting to show up. It says inspire. Not sure it ever showed up. I know I have some pictures, but you can get these little charms that have words printed on them. And so I did a couple of these, like that have the word inspire carved into them. Because, to me, a book is one of the fabulous ways of inspiring our creativity, inspiring our desire to travel. It can take us places. Books are definitely inspiration. So, two more, but I'm saving what I consider the best for last. And reading is fun with, here's the outside of the little book. So you have what looks like a little book. And now you have an open book that says reading is fun with a little owl. So simple bookmarks. Again, I'm using machine embroidery, but I know that you can make these with felt and felt craft and glue. Simple, easy. And it's another wonderful idea if you need a quick Christmas craft or holiday craft, or just a craft to keep you busy because it's snowing outside and you want to keep yourself busy, you want to keep your kids busy. I cannot recommend enough the notion of keeping simple craft felt on hand, glue, maybe some paint pens, acrylic paints, whatever, but simple crafts. I was looking the other day at purchasing some more. I'm kind of running out of some of my colors for my craft felt. And I was looking the other day online, and I was delighted to see the kinds of craft felt that you can now purchase. The fact that people are doing it, cutting out wonderful shapes. Oh my goodness, some of the things that people are now doing with simple craft felt just blow my mind. Just, oh, they go. And I think back to the tree skirt I shared earlier during Countdown to Christmas, the one that was probably made by my aunt. Simple craft felt turned into something for the holidays. I think that the things we did in the past were amazing, but the stuff we are now doing today, especially for those people who have cutting machines, oh my goodness, because I know the only way some of these things are being cut out with the detail, they have to be cut out on some of the cutting machines that you can now get. But whether we do it with scissors or we do it with a fancy machine, whether we set it up to do a bunch of them or just a quick and simple project, they can be so much fun. And it's another time to spend with our friends and our family. The holidays do not have to simply be about eating tons of food and getting together on one specific day. We can get together many days during the season. We can use the holiday season as just a tremendous time to share with each other doing things. And one of the things I have found in my lifetime is that people have a tendency to get along a lot better in group gatherings when their hands are busy working on a project, working on a simple ornament. It is amazing to me how much more enjoyable family and friend get-togethers can be when there is a craft involved. This is something we know to be true when we're dealing with children. But why do we somehow think that when adults are involved that we don't need it? Of course we need it. Crayons and coloring books, felt crafts, Christmas crafts, pipe cleaners, Chanel stems, pom-poms, whatever it is you need to have on hand. The things that we do to have children have fun at the holidays really can be something adults can have fun at the holidays, even if they're not drinking copious amounts of alcohol. These are things that we know work. When I was in college and I was a resident assistant in a dorm, in the dorms, this is the kind of stuff we did to our get-togethers to make them more fun. When I've worked with small children, this is the kind of stuff that we do to have fun. When I worked in a nursing home, this was the kind of stuff that we would do to have fun. So why do we think that if you're between the ages of, say, 13 and 75, we're not supposed to have fun? We are supposed to have fun. We're supposed to color. We're supposed to have joy. We're supposed to make things. We're supposed to laugh at our mistakes, and we're supposed to celebrate our successes, and we're supposed to just have color and joy in our life. So if you haven't started a tradition of making crafts at your gatherings, I recommend you do, because we all need a little bit more silliness, color, and fun in our lives. So I hope you have some time to unwind with fiber and fabric today, and I hope this inspires you to get out your felt and your ribbons and make yourself something fun and simple. Until tomorrow, I wish you joy.